0.25 in.
We're going to take you live now to Canberra. The Greens are holding a news conference. Deputy Leader Adam Bandt, South Australian Senator Penny Wright were outlining a Greens proposal for a stimulus and jobs package.
We're now recording negative per capita growth. The state is potentially going backwards, and recent news of another hit to the manufacturing sector now means people are questioning whether we're going to go into recession in Victoria. The mining boom, we know, has brought incredible pressures to bear on the southeastern states, driven in large part by the high dollar. It's affected the industries that are critically important to us. Also important to us in the southeastern states is public spending, which means we are facing a double whammy threat from Joe Hockey and Tony Abbott in the federal budget, because not only do they have no plan for the future industries in our states, but we are gearing up for looming cuts which are going to hurt, cuts to public spending which will hurt the southeastern states disproportionately harder than it will elsewhere. It is time for the free market ideologues who have taken over the Liberal Party to reassess the coming budget, because otherwise they are potentially about to wreck the southeastern states' economies. The Greens believe it is time to hold Joe Hockey at his word when he says that every company has to stand on its own 2 feet. That should include wealthy multinational mining companies. If in this coming budget he were to axe the corporate welfare for the fossil fuel sector, that would free up somewhere in the order of $12 billion that we could use to stimulate the southeastern states' economies. And that's what the Greens are calling for today. Free up that money from fossil fuel sector that at the moment is really just helping Gina Rinehart and co buy cheaper diesel fuel, and the rest of the population is paying for it. Free up that money and invest it in the industries of the future. The Greens want to see a construction and innovation-led recovery in the southeastern states. Our proposal is to take some of the money that is currently going to help the wealthy miners buy cheap diesel fuel and use that to build public housing in the southeastern states. Now, that will not only address large parts of the housing crisis that we have, especially in places like Victoria, but it will provide a realistic job path for people who are about to be made redundant in the manufacturing.
That's Adam Bandt with his fellow Greens colleagues. You can continue to watch that on Sky News Multiview. Just press red. A brief look at the weather now. Heavy rain and storms in the north and western interior, hot in the south and warming up in the east. Next for our New Zealand viewers, live coverage of Parliament from Wellington. Here in Australia,